That investigation is now complete. The central findings of the investigation are that the man whose voice is heard on the recording and on a second recording from the same conversation that was released on Sunday, accordingly, effective immediately, I'm banning
right now. That was all that was needed. Brittney Gurrier, and one sentence. One of the biggest names in the WNBA is no longer with the league, and not penalized, not put on hold, prohibited forever. Adam Silver grabbed the stage for the most explosive press conference we've seen in years. What on earth took place? Was Gurrier manipulating the games? Supporters are asking questions. Was she trying to influence the referees? Or is this more complicated? Something the league says you should be aware of, because the more you dig, the messier it gets. Her identity has been the subject of scandal, secret testimony, audio leaks, and speculations. You should put on your seatbelt. We're breaking everything down. Let's start by talking about how this whole situation got out of control. Adam Silver just drops a bomb. When he shows up for an urgent press conference, remember to use the like button if you're enjoying this video. Surprisingly, more than 90% of our viewers have not yet subscribed to the channel. Is totally free, just takes a second, and helps us make more films like this. If you have already, have you subscribed? We sincerely thank you for your support. Now, let's return to the video. Brittney Gurrier has been permanently blacklisted from the WNBA. As of current present, there is only pure fire, no build-up or warm-up. You could hear the jaws striking the floor. Gurrier was not just an athlete, she was the league's face for many years. She has accomplished worldwide acknowledgement, gold medals from the Olympics and all-star tournaments. Since then, she has been removed, but Silver was not enjoying himself. He asserted that the league conducted an extensive internal investigation and that the findings were also important to ignore: several rule violations, unrest outside of court, and, worse, possible involvement in a significant corruption case. He said, and I repeat him, there is no place in basketball for activities that compromise the game's integrity. So, what exactly did they find? What went so badly that Silver had to apply the harshest punishment conceivable? Let's investigate it, because there were numerous warning indicators that ultimately led to a conclusion as opposed to a single mistake. Before we analyze everything, let's remember who we are talking about. Brittney Gurrier was a WNBA player. Her talent to smash and block shots won her admirers over. A moving advertisement for women's. She has won 2 Olympics in basketball. She would represent Team USA, host camps, and star in Nike commercials. She was everywhere. Now she's gone, and oh, farewell tour, no notice. Just blacklisted. So how do you go from becoming the league's poster child to being completely excluded? As it happens, her recent behavior wasn't the sole cause. There were rumors going around for a long conflict in the locker room, problems with coworkers, stories of her fighting with referees. Then, when things started to pile up, players in the league abruptly stopped being so silent, skipping team practices and participating in questionable off-court conduct. But the league ignored it for a long since Gurrier generated attention and sold tickets until, when she stopped, Silver decided it was time to cut ties because the league's headlines were becoming too loud. Moved on from one of its greatest stars, which is incredible, but we're only getting started. This is where things start to become quite messy. This is more than just a dramatic story. This is a significant corruption-related controversy. League insiders claim that Gurrier was involved in attempts to meddle with actual games. Yes. Influencing referees, fixing games, and changing momentum when it mattered most. How? She appeared to have more sway behind the scenes than we first thought. There were rumors that she had talked to the referees or changed the mood in the changing room. Was only the start, but the warning flags started to show. When games started to seem a little too manufactured and playoff races were close, when Silver summoned detectives, everything broke down. Officials were punished, executives were fired, and Brittney's name was purportedly everywhere. Texts, recordings, and emails. This went beyond attitude or ego. This has to do with controlling outcomes. You disrupt both the competition and the league as a whole. Silver was not going to ignore That a DO you think such power should ever be granted to a player, because everything we think about WNBA integrity is true. Is changed if even half of this is true, as this is an important question. Where on earth was the commissioner? If this was all taking place, I had assumed that Kathy Angel Burt was in charge of maintaining rather, but she is at the center of this mess. According to insiders, Angel Burt knew about the controversy long before Silver stepped in. Players emailed, issued cautions, and expressed grievances in silence. What did she do? Apparently nothing. She allegedly aimed to protect the standing of the WNBA. Some say she just didn't want to deal with Gurrier. Either way, the problem was made worse by her silence. She is presently undergoing an internal review. Fans are calling for her resignation. Furthermore, the disciplinary process has been taken over by Silver's staff. IT became really awful. There are multiple players involved. This incident revealed a system that allowed such things to proliferate unchecked. What would happen if the commissioner prioritizes public relations over accountability? You are aware of this. The outcome is chaos. Right now, the league is trying to clean up a mess it caused. If it weren't for a few brave men who declared that enough was enough, it's possible that the whole incident was kept a secret. Names started to emerge. Big names. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. They don't play roles. These are the future leaders of the league. They purportedly provided testimony behind closed doors to league investigators, and the information they revealed was terrifying. They talked about games that it seems like the officials were behaving oddly. Calls suddenly gained momentum when Gurria's team obtained questionable advantages. But it wasn't just vibes. They had receipts. There are suspicions that the league aired audio clips during the sessions. Officials.in1. Gurria allegedly talked about matchups and pressure points with referees. Do you comprehend? She was prepared to do more than just use profanity off the court. Furthermore, the league was no longer able to stand up for her when Clark and others started accusing her. That forced Silver's hand. Now think about if Sophie Cunningham. Would this ban have ever happened if Caitlin Clark had remained silent? Or would the league carry on with replace its star? That's the scariest part of it all. Did you truly believe she wouldn't say anything? Possibility. As soon as Gurrier's crew found out about the ban, they started working. We are talking about full-fledged defense mode, media connections, public relations representatives, and lawyers. Her lawyers are reportedly working on an appeal, according to insiders. They characterize this behavior as excessive, unjustified, and motivated by politics. They even want full access to every document related to the probe, encompassing the secret tapes and threatening legal action. Things start to go nuts at this point. They argue that deeper controversies are making the league anxious, that Gurrier is being used as a diversion, and that Gurrier is only being offered as a sacrifice. Her team claims that she was singled out for being outspoken, challenging league leadership, and exerting excessive influence in the locker room. Whether or if that is true, there won't be a final press conference. That much is certain, that IT is headed toward a public dispute. And if it goes to court, a lot more information may surface. Thus, we must question whether Gurrier is being used to protect more famous individuals. Or is this the last action of someone who is eventually caught, and then the gender bombshell shows up just when you thought things couldn't get much stranger? Yes, it is uncomfortable. IT is controversial, indeed. But at the moment, it is commonplace. Rumors suddenly broke out after years of quiet circulation. Is Brittney Gurrier a male by birth? We're not here to play doctor, but sources claim that the WNBA may have been aware of. Based on documentation, medical records, and league memoranda, it was concealed. Why? Given that Gurrier was the WNBA's brand, she was in charge, she sold tickets, she made a dunk, and the league might have collapsed if that tail had ever broken. But with her band, everything is finally becoming clear. Some experts claim that issue goes beyond only manipulation of games. It's about hiding something more important. There would have been a severe violation of competitive fairness, or even Title IX, if the league had kept it a secret. Therefore, is it forbidden to retain integrity or keeping secrets from being made public? We still don't know the whole truth, but supporters, players, and even sponsors are already hesitant because of this uncertainty. Let's examine it more closely. One player is no longer the focus of this. This relates to a league that is about to implode. Sponsors are terrified. TV networks are reviewing contracts. Fans are unsure of who or what to trust due to the loss of control of the tale of your biggest star being blacklisted due to allegations of corruption and covert gender identities begin to circulate, and that's exactly what the WNBA is going through. Newcomers like Caitlin and Angel Clark Reese came in full of energy and hope, but at the moment, they are limited to a league that looks like a soap opera as opposed to a sport. What about future talent? Do you truly think that parents would they like to send their girls into this chaos? Not a chance, SO. Here we are. There is chaos in the league. Legends are not allowed. To be honest, it still appears as though we are just viewing a part of the picture. This was supposed to be the WNBA's golden age, rather than packed arenas, fresh admirers, and rising talents. We had cover-ups, corruption, and chaos. Now everyone in the basketball world is watching. What will Adam Silver do? Next, will additional players be revealed to the public? Will Brittney Gurria speak up and reveal all of the leagues been hiding? What about the players who didn't make it? Will they be shielded from retaliation if they speak up? The story is definitely not over. As a result, we will keep asking the questions they declined. To respond, we would also want to hear from you. Was the ban justified? Is the league being honest? Or is this just a bigger cover-up that finally collapsed? Share your thoughts in a comment. Be sure to like. If you want the true narrative instead of the PR spin, subscribe and turn on that bell. We would be delighted to hear your opinions. Please remember to leave a remark below. Remember to subscribe and enable all notifications if you liked the video. You never fail to see our most recent changes. We appreciate your viewing and hope to see you in the upcoming video on your screen. Click the video to continue observing.